Let's go to Jacob in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Jacob, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Hey, Ken, how's it going?
Jacob, I'm living the dream. What's up?
Hey, I thought I found my dream job, but now I'm not so sure. I don't really have any type of connection to a why with it. I'm currently a truck driver, and I enjoy the work, and especially when I just throw on some podcasts and go to Automobile University. Kind of is a good distraction from everything going out on the roads. But I'm more or less tapped out on my pay, and there's no real room for advancement, at least not into a position that I look at in the company and go, yeah, I would like to do that. So now I'm just kind of stuck on whether I'm just missing my why or if I'm in the wrong role at the wrong place, which is what the quiz revealed for me.
Well, I got to tell you, there's a reason I did the quiz, and I believe in the results. And so I don't want you to question the results. The results say that you're in the wrong role in the wrong place. Are there some things you like about it? Sure. One of the things you like is I'm on the road and no one's bothering me and I'm learning something in solitude. You're a guy that probably really likes to learn and you probably enjoy solitude, I'm guessing.
Yeah, the older I get, the more solitude I seem to enjoy.
Yeah, I get that. I get it, man. So, but now listen, but we don't want to just dismiss that. Okay. But what we want to really do is go deeper. And what we really want to do is look at what's the kind of work that you really enjoy. Not the environment, because the only thing you really enjoy about being a truck driver is solitude and learning.
Yeah.
You don't get excited.
And looking back at the past careers that I've done that I've enjoyed was, I've done a multitude of things, but a mechanic, because basically same thing. You work by yourself. You have your objectives to finish for the day. I was an AutoCAD drafter, same thing.
Okay, but let me ask you this. Is any in those jobs, was there any work itself? So forget isolation for a moment. Then we'll come back to that. That speaks to the environment that you enjoy. But I'm talking about the work itself. Like, did you get fired up about going, all right, we've got a new problem to fix on this engine, and I know I got to get in there and do some analysis first, right? We got to do some diagnosis. And then we got to, once we find the problem, we got to come up with a way to fix it, and then we actually have to fix it. Did you just get the juice from that type of problem solving?
I did, but basically when I got to the point where I could look at the work order that they wrote up and I could diagnose the car before I actually looked at the car, then like, okay, time to move on.
Okay.
And the same thing with AutoCAD.
All right, now there's a clue. So let's just for a moment, tell me what work you really love to do. Let's assume that you're not bored with it, but let's just talk about the work and like it's fresh. And you're not just reading the work slip and going, oh, I know what to do. Tell me the kind of work you really love to do. You have high emotion and devotion.
That's kind of where I struggle with, because like I go back to your question of, who I want to help and the results that matter to me. And I really don't come up with anything that
well, I'll get to that,
but
I'll get to that. That's mission. I want to know passion, which is work that you really enjoy. So if I pay you to do this work, you look up and you go, oh my gosh, I can't believe 3 hours have gone. It felt like 30 minutes. You actually look forward to it when I say, hey, Jacob, I got this project for you today. This is what you're doing all day. What? Come on now. You've got enough work experience to answer this, and you've already answered it. So I'm going to go back for a second and make you go deeper. You actually do like solving problems that are related to machines. You actually do enjoy it. It's just you got bored.
Right.
So I feel like based on what you told me, I could make the case that if you were in some type of mechanical problem solver role that had a lot of variety to it, or at least a path for growth, that you could get jazzed about that. Am I right or am I wrong? And I don't mind if I'm wrong.
I'm not entirely sure. One thing I did think about doing was becoming a electrical mechanical technician, basically a assembly line repair guy goes and fixes the computers and the robotics and stuff like that. But then the more I think about it, the more I'm like, don't really know if that's it.
Okay. Well, but see, I think you're overthinking this.
I very well could be.
What would you try tomorrow, Jacob? What would you do tomorrow? What would you do all day?
I mean, the only thing that I can kind of even think about is when you ask people what they want to do when they first thought about jobs growing up. And, the first thing that really I remember is wanting to design and develop amusement parks.
Okay. Tell me why. Tell me why.
I think it's kind of, I always grew up going to amusement parks and theme parks and really enjoyed them. I think it's because it takes you out of the current world and can put you into another world. Okay. So it's kind of living through stories.
Okay. See, now we finally got to something. I feel like this is the first time in the conversation where you've honestly shared your heart. Not to say that you were being dishonest, but where you actually took all of the limitations away. I think you're a guy that overanalyzes things. Is that true or false?
Oh, yeah. I'll research something to death before I make a decision.
Yeah, but you're also questioning yourself to death.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that's because I have done so many jobs trying to find the right role.
But forget it. Forget about it. What you love is helping other people escape some type of reality for a moment. It's almost like you've got some distant connection to Walt Disney, right? Yeah. That's what Walt was all about. Walt was all about creating.
I'm a huge Disney fan.
Okay, but does that not reverberate in your chest right now when I say you're kind of connected to Walt Disney? He wanted to create a temporary fantasy for folks to just enjoy and have fun and be a kid again and kind of reconnect to their inner kid. If they were an adult and if they were a kid, to just almost explode their fantastical ideas. That's what he was about.
Right.
So how could you get tied to that result? Because that's the result you love. That's mission. Do you get that?
Yeah, I just don't know how.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Come on, man. Look, what result fires you up? Say it.
Helping people escape their problems and enjoy themselves.
Okay, great. So how do you take what you do best, your talent and the skill, and you turn that into a tool to do work that produces that result? Do you see now how it all comes together?
Right. Yeah. And then on the back end where I'm not interacting with customers because that wears me out.
But you don't have to.
Right.
So I'm going to stick with you another minute here. We got to go. But I know you're struggling. I know you're overanalyzing, but you're why I get up every day. Okay?
Yep.
What do you do best? Give me the top 2 things really fast. Stop thinking and tell me your top skills. Say it.
Adaptable, dependable, problem solver.
What kind of problems are you best at solving? Are they technical problems, machine problems, people problems?
Technical problems where I can follow a diagnostic path and come to a result.
Yeah. So what if you were working for a theme park and you were fixing roller coasters or fixing machines or helping the engineers that are coming up with the new designs, and you were putting them together, and you were behind the scenes, but you came to work every day in the environment that you dreamed about as a kid, and you knew that you were directly using your skills, that technical problem solving, that machine problem solving, to allow people to do the very thing that you want to do. Now, I'm not saying that's the only gig, but it's that type of gig, man. I think you've got to take that technical talent, that machine fixing talent, and embrace the fact that you kind of like to work alone. You kind of like to be behind the scenes. You don't want to talk to people who are mad in line. You just want to make things work so they don't have to stand in line.
Right.
Now, you can do that in a lot of different places in a lot of different ways. But do you see that mountaintop now?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, brother. Well, eventually this world hopefully gets back to going out on a normal basis to amusement parks, theme parks, or other type of attractions. And I think that's where you need to be, because you actually have the skill set to fix stuff and you like working on your own. So your homework assignment is to identify all the ways in all of the places where you can do what we just described.